welcome back to my channel. It is fall, and fall means that there are so many different recipes that you can make that are all sorts of pumpkin and apple everything. I love fall. It's such a fun season. So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different healthy fall recipes today. I'm so excited. They are seriously so good. I probably make these like every single year, to be honest. So super easy recipes. 2 of them are no bake, so you don't even have to bake anything. 1 of them you just stick in the oven for a few hours, and I will show you everything step by step on how to make these 3 delicious recipes. If you are a pumpkin or apple fan, you are gonna love these. They are so good. I'm so excited to show you guys these, so I'm gonna waste any time. Let's get cooking. So for the first recipe, this does require a little bit of baking. So you are going to turn your oven on to 200 degrees. While you prep this, it takes like 10 minutes to prep, if that. You are going to need 2 of these baking sheets. So get your baking sheets out. You are going to need 4 apples, or honestly, however many apples you want, and cinnamon. And that's it. We are going to be making apple crisps. Honestly, these are so easy, so delicious. I eat them all the time. I eat way too many, but they are so good. That's all you need. Really, really simple. You put them in the oven for about 2 hours or until they're crispy, and that's honestly it. So I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so if you have a thing that takes out the apple core, you can just cut the core out. I don't, so I just honestly cut it this way, and then once I've chopped them all up really thinly, I just go ahead and cut out the middle on each slice. So you're going to want to chop them up pretty evenly, or as even as possible. Get them pretty thin. They are easier to bake that way. So then I take just a smaller knife and cut around where the core was. It's a little more time consuming, but you know, it works. And then you got a perfect little apple. So you're gonna wanna do that with every single apple slice, making sure there's no core in it, because no one wants a corey apple, you know what I mean? Okay, and then once they are all chopped, you're just gonna lay them on the pan. They're not all perfect, but that's all right. I put a little bit of coconut oil on the bottom so they don't stick, but you can put them on parchment paper too if that is easiest for you. So once they are all separated onto the pan, you are just gonna take some cinnamon and sprinkle it on top and get those bad boys coated. So there they are. So once you're done putting the cinnamon on top, you can go ahead and put them into the oven. I usually find them to be done around 2 hours, but just keep your eye on them. Some do take longer than others because they are a little thicker, and that's totally fine, but watch them. And honestly, you guys, they are so good and so easy to make and so easy to eat. Look at these delicious apple crisps. Okay, so for this next recipe, this does not require any baking. That means anyone can make these. These are really healthy. I am putting a little fall twist on it. We are going to be making pumpkin chocolate chip protein balls. If you've ever made protein balls before, if you're anything like me, they're gone in 5 seconds. I eat them all within like a day. I'm the worst. I just keep snacking on them because they're so easy and so delicious. It doesn't take long to make it all. All you have to do is make them with your hands, roll them in a ball, and stick them in the fridge for however long they can last. So it does require a lot of ingredients for the most part, but they're worth it and they're so good. So I'm gonna walk you guys through them right now. Okay, so you need a bowl for your wet ingredients and a bowl for your dry ingredients. You should mix them together separately before you combine them. So We need 1 cup of rolled oats. These are the rolled oats I use. You can use whatever rolled oats you want. These ones are just perfect for me. I always spill everywhere. 1 cup of these. I'm gonna use Vital Proteins for the protein for these today because your girl only has cookies and cream protein and that wouldn't taste very good in this. Okay, we're gonna be doing 4 scoops of this. 4 scoops because we're making a lot of balls. So 4 scoops of that. If you have regular protein, just do 1 to 2 scoops of protein, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then pumpkin pie yum. You need about a tablespoon of this too. Just get some flavor in there. Ooh, that pumpkin smells bomb. And then you can use chocolate chips too. I like to use dark chocolate. And then time to add our wet ingredients into here. I guess you don't need this. So once you have all of your dry ingredients into your bowl, you can add the wet ingredients. You need about a tablespoon of honey. Hold it together. You need about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You need some real pumpkin. So it comes in a can, some real pumpkin, a 1/2 cup of this right in there. And then you are gonna need some almond butter, peanut butter, whatever nut butter you want. You need about 1/3 of a cup. Now we got our pile of mess and you gotta mix it. It's mixing time. Mix it all up. You can see it's kind of getting a little bit harder, but that's perfect. They harden a little bit in the fridge, so don't worry if it's like a little bit mushy. Just make the balls as best as possible. Put them on a plate. Ooh, girl. And then you're just going to drizzle some melted chocolate on top. And like I said, they're gonna harden a little bit in the fridge, so don't worry about them being a little bit soft right now. So good. So yeah, you just stick those protein balls in the fridge and then you can have them for the rest of the week. They are so good. They smell so good. If you like pumpkin, you will love those. So try those out. They're perfect for like a post-workout or even a pre-workout snack. So they're perfect. We are gonna be making no-bake apple pie protein bars. Yes, no bake, my kind of party. So we're gonna be attempting these to see if I can nail it. Let's do it. You're gonna wanna start putting all the dry ingredients in here and then we're gonna be needing another bowl for the wet ingredients. So we are gonna start with the flours. We need a 1/2 cup of almond flour, whoops, and then we need 2 cups of oat flour, okay? 2 cups of oat flour. Protein powder, I am gonna be using Vital Proteins again because I do not want to use cookies and cream. So I'm gonna be doing 3 scoops of this. So we are doing about 2 tablespoons of sweetener. And then we need some cinnamon, probably like a tablespoon. Can never have too much cinnamon. It's probably good. And then you need a teaspoon of this pumpkin spice blend, about a teaspoon of that. Okay, so for your wet ingredients, you need about 1/4 of a cup of nut butter. Like before, you can use whatever nut butter you want. I just prefer almond butter. Pinch of vanilla extract, literally like not a ton. If you have to, if you use a different nut butter that's not like really melty, put it in the microwave for a little bit, but since this one is pretty melty, you can go ahead and add these 2 together. Okay, and then you are going to need about a 1/2 of a cup of applesauce. Okay, so you need about a 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce. A little bit of maple syrup. You guys want to use organic maple syrup because if it is not organic, it is not real syrup. Okay, you guys can see how thick this is. So then you're going to transfer the batter into a baking sheet. This one's pretty big, so I didn't use the whole thing. You guys can see that, but You're gonna put this in the fridge for at least 30 minutes and then you can eat them. I normally cut it into pretty small squares and just use them as bite size, but you can eat them however you want. They smell so good. Making those 3 different snacks didn't take long at all. Look who wanted to come play. Hello, me sweet girl. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching my mom's channel. The thing that takes the longest is the apple crisps. That was a tongue twister for me. I don't know why. But it only takes 2 hours in the oven. So you guys should go try these. So good. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you try these different snacks, let me know in the comments box down below how you liked it. Honestly, my kitchen is smelling pretty fall right now. I must say, it smells pretty dang good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.